Foundation Cornerstone, Chapter 3, Prayer. Let's look at types of prayers. Prayers of thanksgiving. As referenced in Psalms 100 and verse 4, the Hebrew lexicon number 8426. Here, thanksgiving it's the giving of thanks. It's a confession of thankfulness. This is thanking God for what He has done for us. Also for the things we believe He will do for us. Giving and being thankful to God is a vital element of our faith. Let's turn to Psalms chapter 100. Psalms 100, verse 4. Enter into His gates with thanksgiving and into His courts with praise. Be thankful unto Him and bless His name. Let's look at Colossians chapter 2. Colossians chapter 2 and verse number 7. Rooted and built up in Him, and established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Let's look at petition as a type of prayer. Petition as used in Esther chapter 7 and verse number 2. This petition in the Hebrew lexicon number 7596. Petition is a request before God. This is asking God for the things that we desire or need. God expects us to ask Him for these things, but God also expects us to ask according to His will. God knows the things we have need of, and He is also aware of those things that we just want for ourselves. So let's look at Matthew chapter 7. Matthew chapter 7, verses 7 and 8. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. So we do all that through prayer, knocking, asking, all these things. Now let's look in Philippians chapter 4. Philippians chapter 4 and verse number 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And now let's turn to the book of Esther. Esther chapter 7. Esther chapter 7, verse 2. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, What is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even unto the half of the kingdom. Let's look at intercession prayers, as used in Romans chapter 8 and verse number 26. In the Greek lexicon number 5241, intercession is an intervening on behalf of others. Intercession prayer is a combination of all types of prayers that we've already mentioned. However, the emphasis of the intercessory prayer is for the needs of others and the advancement of God's will in their life. So it's a focus of praying for the needs of others around us. So let's look into the book of Romans, chapter 8. Romans chapter 8 and verse 26 through 27. Likewise the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for, as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us, with groanings which could not be uttered. And He that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because He make intercession for the saints, according to the will of God. And let's look to the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 6. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Let's look to the book of Luke chapter 6. Luke chapter 6 and verse number 28. Bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despitefully use you. So an intercessory prayer can also be a prayer for your enemies. So there are many different types of prayers and many different ways to pray to God. Prayers They lead to a healthy communion with God. The more a person prays, the more that they see the need to pray. And so prayer is one of the ways we communicate with God, our Creator,